Like, who cares about someone twisting words, someone twisting phrases, and just twisting when they watch you do certain things and twist it to it makes you feel a certain kind of way. So what I want to try to explain today is self-reflection and sharing how I try to focus more on how I feel within myself. You know, and I'm sure somebody's going to say that word self, or they do. That word self, whether they say it's selfish, whether it's getting too much of yourself into yourself or whatever. And but I am the one that walks around with this thing every day, this 100 and something pounds every day, looking in the mirror at this thing every day, touching this stuff every day, which is self, which is me, right? And so I've noticed something else recently. Oh, I saw a comment, and I've seen quite a few. Because when people see other people saying certain things, they latch on to it, and they just, just talking mess without any substance behind it, right? And the latest one of the ones up here is too much self-help can make you crazy, can make you just distorted, which in a way can be true, but I wanted to talk about that a little bit. And it's all on how, like I always say, I can only talk about me, not about nobody else. I don't need to put nobody else down to try to make myself look good. For what? I don't need to have a bunch of rhetoric and talk about the word wokeness because people that don't look like me, walk like me, act like me, talk like me, believe like me, use the word woke. And so now I have to use it in a way where it irritates my soul, and I must put it down and try to find negative ways to talk about it because other people are talking about it in a way where they're woke. Something like that. And so I want to talk about today a little bit of self-reflection, like paying attention when people say something. Did it make me stop doing something that I really like to do? Did it make me feel yucky about something that makes me feel good? You know? And it has to do with self-reflection. Okay. So it's like the spark within me. So it's like the capacity I use for me for deep thought, and for my aspirations. And I look out, say for example, to what interests me or what part of my life, because my life is different than anybody else's life. You know? Yeah, we understand you give somebody else your shoes, they can't walk into your shoes the way you have walked in your shoes. Right? Let me see. Let me try to give an example of what I'm trying to say. If you haven't talked with, sometime when you haven't talked to somebody that's a good friend for a very long time and you finally get back in touch with them, things just hit it off real quick, like you never missed a beat, because it's something about both of y'all and how y'all used to interact, and it just feels good. And then you have those that you haven't seen in a while, and they know about your pain and trouble and sorrow and good and bad and ugly, to the point where when they approach you and they haven't seen you so long, they'll say things like, this is what I do. These are the affirmations I'm going to send you and I listen to. And, oh, my God, I've been so worried about you. And but they never give you the chance to. They have no idea who you are. Or... No, I'll just take a grande caramel macchiato hot.
Grande and what size? I'm so sorry, I don't know what size that is.
Oh, medium.
You said a medium hot macchiato. What's that flavoring on a macchiato hot?
Caramel.
Caramel flavor, you got it. Anything else?
That'll be it.
Alright, let's put on around, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And they're like stuck into where they left off with you at. And you're not going to get a chance to talk to them about who you are. You're just going to hear about them and their needs.
Okay, I said self-reflection. Yes, that has something to do with it. But the real deal here is balance. How to balance everything. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, a lot of this, a lot of that. Scale back, rinse, repeat. You know, balance, seriously. And so here, let me see what I have here. Oh, so I have here, trying to, like I was mentioning, how people try to say things to deter you. It doesn't matter what their intentions are, whether they have good intentions, whether they have bad intentions, you know, looking at you like, I don't know how to say it. I don't want to say it. But it's like, trying to steer you away from your energy and your, you know, the energy that they feel coming off on you, where it's like when nothing bothers you and they can feel how much work you're doing on yourself, pretty much, something like that, right? And so and people will say words, phrases, and things, or shout things aimlessly at you, with empty rhetoric, like just those phrases, just those words. And I just wanted to share to you how I choose to engage my mind in the pursuit of genuine wisdom and understanding that I have and I share from experience. So my beliefs are personal. It don't require me to vocalize them or impose them, my views and my religious beliefs and my the way I think onto others in a way where I'm like, you better listen to me. This is what I say, and I say it now, and stop doing this and stop doing that. I can't do that. This is why it's so important for me it helps me to brain dump, release the thoughts that I have in my head on my YouTube channel, and maybe it might give somebody else another way of thinking and playing around with their own thoughts that make them feel good, right? So just the understanding of inner wisdom, and like it's an inspiration that encourages me to look within myself for a higher way of thinking rather than latching on to those that say words or phrases with empty rhetoric, with no substance coming from them, just to try to get you to question yourself or listen to them so that you can slow down doing what you are doing that makes you feel good, and for you to get to the level that you want to get to. So to value your own deep thought, to value the deep thought that is within, from past experiences to current experiences, it just is just being meaningful and engaging within self reflects a commitment to the personal growth that you choose to do. Just because someone says it's too much, but you're like, but I need more on how to do my biceps, the personal growth on my biceps or my triceps, and I haven't done enough, but this person is saying too much, that's too much, that's too much, don't do no more. It may not be for you just because it's too much for them. You know what I'm saying? But you do have to know, sharing from experience, balance, where when enough is enough, when you got to take action and say, okay, now it's time for me to exercise my biceps or my triceps or whatever I have been putting into my mind, balance and take a step back and start taking action on all this information that I'm putting in my mind and how I've been putting it into my mind. Like I focus on, my eyes need attention. So I'm going to focus on my eyes. I'm going to read everything about my eyes. I'm going to read everything about my left eye, my right eye, the up eye. And self-develop and grow on that until I feel satisfied within my heart that I have had enough. Not because somebody else tell me enough is enough. And then I have to know balance where, okay, I'm done with my eyes. Now I can walk outside. I smile. I feel good. I did it enough that is for me. I feel as though now it's time to take action. Put some sunglasses on those eyes that I have been reading about, learning about, and getting understanding about. And now I can go out, put them sunglasses on, put them bifocals on, trifocals on, and just walk out feeling so good, right? Because I did enough for me. But my actions now is what I'm going to do about it. And then if I get stuck along the way and I'm driving and I'm like, what about the when I, the blind eye, like, how do then I go back and do some more personal growth and personal development and on that part, and then go back out and do something else as far as taking action. So I gave the scenario of an eye, but what I think you can pick up what I'm trying to put down is that just because somebody else say too much self-development, too much growth, too much listening to this or too much listening to that, just know what you need for yourself, because of the walk that you have taken, the road that you have taken. You know what makes you feel good. You know what excites you. You know what is going to get you to take action, and you know when to stop and then go back and revisit certain things that makes you feel good. You're going to do it for you, but you're going to focus on the part that you're lacking in. Your weaknesses, your strengths. What are my weaknesses? What am I going to focus on for me, not for somebody else? And then you find those people that are qualified to give that to you, which is all over the internet, all over the library books, all over however you want to gain your information. Not let someone put fear in you or that nasty feeling. If you notice a nasty feeling in you when somebody says something about what you do, you can, once you realize it, that's how you reject it, And that's it for today. Well, on that part.